Hey, what's going on, guys? JJ here is part 4 of my YouTube commentary on the Call of Duty Shangri-La Zombies around 25 plus commentary. And today I'm bringing you part 4, which I already said. And so a couple things I thought I would talk about is Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3 and what I'm looking forward about both the games. Just really to quickly get it out there, if I had a choice of Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, I would definitely pick Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3, in my opinion, is such a better game than Modern Warfare 3. There's so many new things that are going to be going into the game, like destructible environment and vehicles and big maps and a whole new lighting and animation engine that they made that Modern Warfare 3 never really is going to have, or none of the Call of Duties have, that Battlefield always made it unique. And that's why I think it's better. So I guess I'm going to go in depth of Modern Warfare 3 first. I'm not an expert on either of these games, and I'm not going to claim to be. But Modern Warfare 3, I believe, is comes after Call of Duty 4, or it might come before it, but it links to Call of Duty 4 somehow. And it comes either directly after or directly before it, and it's like World War 3 or something. And you have to, I think the Russians invade America. I'm not sure, or someone starts invading everywhere. I think it's the Russians invade America, Germany, England, and France, and that's where the gameplay is going to be based. And they attack Manhattan, and you get to play in sort of cool environments that you get to play in Wall Street, which is the financial district of Call of Duty. And something I thought was funny that they put in there was Black Tuesday. And for those who don't know, Black Monday was the day that started the Great Depression, and right before World War II. And what Black Monday was the single day, it's the day where stocks as a whole dropped in the New York Stock Exchange the most than any other day in all of trading history. And Black Tuesday, I guess, is when Manhattan got invaded. So I thought that was something clever that they put in there, and it was kind of something cool that I liked. That was history combined with the game, and I always like it when the games incorporate some stuff from the past. I always preferred the World War II shooters more than the Modern Warfare shooters, just because it's not that fun being able to kill someone in 2 shots, and more having to it's more skill, not you just shoot someone and they're dead right away. Because in World War II, the guns weren't as accurate, they weren't as powerful, and they didn't do as much damage, and they don't always kill. So that leaves room for you to make up with skill in a video game, and I don't really know if that makes sense, but I hope it did to you guys. It made sense to me. But yeah, that's Modern Warfare 3. It's got something that's supposed to be similar to Call of Duty Zombies or Call of Duty Black Ops and World at War Zombies, called Spec Ops. And instead of zombies coming, it's going to be soldiers, and you have to kill them. And I played Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2, and I thought it was garbage. So I hope it's not that bad in Modern Warfare 3. But apparently they're bringing it back, and I'm going to be open to playing it. But I have no idea if it's going to be good. But I doubt it really is. Zombies is always my thing that I loved in Call of Duty, and the Modern Warfare multiplayer, as well as Call of Duty 2 is probably my favorite Call of Duty game of them all. I had every achievement on my old account for Call of Duty 2. I just love that game so much. But yeah, that's Modern Warfare 3, and that's the game I don't think is going to be as good as Battlefield 3. And I'm going to give you some of the reasons why I think Battlefield 3 is going to be such a better game. So Battlefield 3 is coming out in October, November, and I think Modern Warfare 3 is coming out in November as well. So they're mostly coming out around the same time, so I'm going to have to decide which one I want to get if I can't buy both of them. Like I said, I'm going to buy Battlefield 3. So jumping into Battlefield 3, it's got a whole new engine called Frostbite 2.0, and this is a new animation engine or graphics engine or something that EA designed or hired some private company to design it for them, that has they call it 5 keys or something, and it's lighting, animation, destructible environment, and stuff like that. So the lighting aspect of it is that apparently you're allowed to have 200 light sources or something around that number per map, and apparently that allows them to make certain areas of the map bright and certain areas of the map dark. And that didn't really make sense to me until I actually watched a YouTube video about someone explaining it. And if you notice in the Call of Duties, let me think of a map real quick. In Call of Duty 4, Crash is just always bright. Even inside the buildings where there's no lights on, it's just bright. or if you go into a map like Wetworks, which is that giant ship in Call of Duty 4, it's pitch black all around the ship. Even like inside where the lights are on, it's still pitch black. And apparently with the Frostbite engine, they can make an outdoor environment that's like super bright, like the sun's out and it's shining, and then you can go inside and lights won't be on. It'll be like pitch black in there. And apparently that's something that they weren't able to do before in previous games. And I believe I read that somewhere, and so I thought that was something pretty cool. Another thing that's pretty cool is the maps. The maps are so much bigger than Call of Duty. If any of you played like Battlefield 2 or Battlefield Bad Company 2, the maps are probably 10 to 12 to 15 times bigger than Call of Duty maps. Plus they have destructible environment, which Call of Duty doesn't have. And I'm not talking about like little like pots, like plant pots. Like I don't know, like in Modern Warfare 2, I just remember there's a bunch of plant pots all over the maps, and you could shoot them and they would like explode, and the plant would like explode, and that's called like micro destruction or something. But in Battlefield 3, you can have that as well as full scale destruction, which is like you can shoot a building with an RPG, like 2 RPGs, and it will like destroy half the building, and like the siding will come off, and then the building will collapse, and that's like large scale destruction that Modern Warfare or Call of Duty never had, that Battlefield 3 will have. So I'm really looking forward to that. Another just detail thing that they have in Battlefield 3 that Call of Duty never has had is like if you look down in Call of Duty, you notice you'll never see your feet. But in Battlefield 3, if you look down, you'll see your feet and you'll see your whole body moving, and the animation is just so much different. Like I don't know if you guys are going like third person view, or if you're watching someone else play in Call of Duty, like you'll see the gun will like go through the person. Like the people are kind of like I don't know, like they can phase through the environment. Like nothing is like a solid. Like if you watch someone in Call of Duty hold a gun to their shoulder, it might like go through their shoulder. Like it can be phased through it. And in the whole thing about Battlefield 3 is that that's not going to happen, and it's all going to be fluid animations, and the gun's going to rest where it should be in real life on your shoulder, as opposed to like going through your shoulder like it does in a Call of Duty game. But that's just like something little. I don't know if you guys noticed that. That's going to be cool. One other thing that they have that's really cool in the Battlefield 3 series, or the Battlefield series, excuse me, I don't know why I'm even saying Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, but in the Battlefield series is that they have vehicles, and excuse me 1 second, my phone's ringing. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My friend just called me on the phone. But anyway, kind of lost my train of thought. So, I think I know what I was talking about. I was talking about vehicles, if I remember correctly. But yeah, vehicles are something that's really cool that's in the Battlefield series, which is like there's cars, there's like ATVs, there's like armored vehicles, there's tanks, there's helicopters, there's planes, and stuff like that. That really make the game unique. And the reason why vehicles are so cool is because the maps are so much bigger, and you can drive it around the map. Whereas, like, if you have a map like in Call of Duty where it's super small, then you can't really drive a vehicle around on like Summit. Like that would just be stupid to drive a vehicle on a map like Summit or any of the Call of Duty maps, really, because they're just so small. But having big maps in Battlefield allows for these vehicles to be driven around to do things like that. So that's really cool. That I thought was pretty cool and unique about the Battlefield series. And that's just another reason why the Battlefield series is so cool. So yeah, this video is coming to an end. I hope that you enjoyed my little talk about Battlefield and Call of Duty. I don't know if you've learned anything new. I just really hope that when you watch my videos, you learn something that will help you like improve your game in Call of Duty or in Battlefield, or you've learned something new. I have been getting, people have been giving me constructive criticism and like messages and stuff, which I really appreciate. And one of the things that they said is that you should try to make your videos more entertaining and more fun for the audience. And I didn't really know what they meant by that. So if you guys could be a little bit more specific, that'd be really helpful, and I'd appreciate it a lot. But yeah, next segment should be out, I'd say, tomorrow morning. I'm going out with my dad to the driving range tonight, so I won't be around. So yeah, peace out. Please subscribe, it really helps me out a lot. Have a nice day. Peace.